Hey guys, this is Yanni, the only lochologist with my beautiful client Bridge. I call her Bridge. Um, so I set up my mask on. If you guys can hear me muffled, right? Even though I didn't get my bronchitis from anyone, I still want to make sure my clients are protected. All right, so I'm going to leave the comment section open. I want to talk about, today we were talking about it, Gen X and Millennials. She and I are Gen X. Are we taking care of ourselves? We are that age where, you know that? Like the things we took for granted when we were growing up, we wasn't drinking water, we wasn't taking vitamins, we was. Are we, if you're a Gen X and a millennial, and what is a Gen X? You're the age of...
I think 40, the end of the 40s.
The end of the 40s.
54 or something.
Into the 50s.
Well, 50,
no, into the 60s.
Into the 60s.
Into the 60s, right. So the people who were born in 1960, I'm in the 70s. You're in the 70s too. Right? The end of the 70s, we are Gen X. Millennials will be the 80s up until I think the 90s. Yeah. Right? And then you have the Gen Zs and stuff, right? But for the older millennials, because you have older millennials, like my niece, my sister is about to turn 40. Yep. She's an older millennial, because her birthday is 1984, I think. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Are we taking care of ourselves? You guys know I don't just talk about hair. I like to talk about the health of hair, but this is not just about hair. Are we going to doctor's appointments? Today, the first client that came this morning, she was saying she had to force her husband, like, you know, he got pneumonia, and she had to force him to, like, listen, you need to go to the doctor. Men, at that age group, are you getting your prostate checked? You understand what this video is about? Yeah. Are you getting your prostate checked out? Are we at that age? I already did it. Remember we were talking about it last year. Jimmy, my mother and I, back to back, we had our colonoscopy. Right. Right? You know, my videos will never just about hair, because if you're not healthy, this don't matter. Right? And like she and I were saying, the law community thinks locks is the be-all, end-all. Even if you're a bald head, I will still have this conversation with you.
That's right.
Right, so I'm not even talking about hair today. So I want to find out for we Gen X and Millennials. Right? I remember when I got diagnosed with Graves' disease, my doctor told me, she said, you got it caught in time because you knew something was wrong. Yeah. Especially when it comes to people of color of a certain age group. You know, you see certain things, you're not getting screening. Ladies, are we going to the gynecologist and getting our screenings done? Right? Are we, like I said, colonoscopy. Black men. Do you know black men suffer with prostate cancer more because of that stigma on how prostate exam is? Yes, you bend over and the doctor put on some gloves, lube up the finger and go inside. It takes like, what, 20 seconds? Yeah. It don't even take that long. Believe me, the doctor is not enjoying it. And if he did, you should see it. Like at least, you understand? Right? But it's something that could be spotted early. Right. It could be detected early. You could avoid, not just for yourself, just picture your family have to watch you. Look at that guy from Tony that died.
Oh, that just died.
Right.
Yeah.
From kidney cancer.
Yeah.
And there was a doctor telling us the things that the symptoms of kidney cancer, like over urination, you know what I mean? Yeah. Are we examining ourselves, looking at our urine? Yeah. That's right. Your urine come out like a certain color. And you not going to that is not normal if your urine come out looking like Coke or Pepsi. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I have met clients, female clients, who have told me, other than having children, right, when they had to get their exams done because they have children, they do not go to gynecologists. I have had female, and I look at them like, wait, what?
That doesn't make sense.
Listen.
Because we learned how to do that from the age of, since we had our menstrual cycle.
Menstrual cycle.
We're supposed to do it every day.
And it had nothing to do with having sex. Like me, I had sex at a later age. I had sex, I got off my virginity at 21, but from the age of 16, my mother started taking me to make sure I'm okay. And I remember my doctor in Trinidad, my doctor said, good, start her young. And most of my gynecologists were men. Men, women, I don't care. You went to school for that. Go up inside of there, check under the hood, change the oil. Right?
Yep.
We having problems and we're not going and get it checked out.
Yeah.
So
And my gynecologist taught something early, and I didn't even know I had it.
had what?
Well, when I was about 20 years old,
Right.
I got gonorrhea,
Oh,
and I didn't even
wow.
know I had it.
You see?
And because he caught it, it never bothered me. It was he.
So you could have stayed. I have a sister, when we were younger, when we were like in our 20s, I always tell her to go get, just go to the gynecologist,
Yeah.
get checked out. She got pregnant twice. The first time she had a miscarriage, she has no children. The first time she had a miscarriage, she found out she had a yeast infection many years ago and didn't take care of it. And the yeast, whatever bacteria, I didn't even know that was a thing. And I know a lot of medical shit. The doctor told her it went up in her tubes and it that's why she can catch. So she had a miscarriage. The doctor said when we went inside to do the scrape or whatever it is, they said many years ago you had a miscarriage and you lost a tube. The second time she got pregnant, she had a miscarriage the same. And you know what she told me? She said, Yanni always told me, go to the gynecologist and get checked out. Today, I don't know why this came into my spirit to do this video, and this sister and I, we have that type, we both Aquarius, so we talk very openly about
everything.
We have no filter around each other. The most weird thing to be saying. We've known each other since I was living next door, right? So we've been together for a long time. I love her personality. She's a lot like me. And I said, we got to do this video today. Let's bring that awareness. Women, go get your mammograms done. Go if you find that you're pooping and you're seeing blood in your stools. Look at your body, the things that comes out of your body. Look at it, examine it, say, why is this happening? What is causing this? Why do I have this pain? And you understand what I'm saying? Why is my lower back hurting? Black women, our number one cause of death, guess what it is? Heart attack.
Really?
It's heart attack.
I didn't even know that.
Our number one cause, and that comes in the line of stroke and all of that. Black women, and you know how I found that out? When I got life insurance.
Wow.
The guy told me that. When he saw my age, and he found out that I don't smoke, I don't drink, because he wanted to insure me for 1.1 million. The thing that kept him back is because I have, I should have gotten it before the Graves' disease. I would have gotten insurance for 1.1 million. And he said black women. So we have a shorter lifespan than our white counterparts. Because statistically, they will outlive us. One, we have way more stress. Let's look at it that way. You don't even have to be about, we're full of stress. This color we are wearing comes with stress. I mean, people say we have to cry. I still love being black, but it comes, we were like you have a son. We worried about our sons. I don't have children, but I worry about my nieces and my nephews. All these things. A lot of people don't know there are signs before you get a heart attack. Flu-like symptoms. I had a client, she booked the appointment with me. What her name? She booked, this was a few years ago when we were living next door. Everything was going good. The last thing we spoke about, she said, Yanni, I just bought a house. I want you and Jimmy come to the housewarming. And that Thanksgiving, she died that Sunday from a massive heart attack. Her husband called me. I thought she was calling me to ask me something about color. And to ask me if my mother still, because my mother used to make African skirts. And he wanted her to be buried in one. Jimmy and I did her hair in her casket. And it could have been avoided. Right? The soul food that you all are eating. Sorry if I'm going off on a tangent. It's not soul food, it's slave food.
Come on, you better preach.
Black Americans.
That's it.
It's slave food.
Then we stay all
We
connected
stay, yes. We stay connected to that. Like, you remember that movie Soul Food? With Nia Long and all of that. It's crazy. That's what killed the mother. Because every Sunday
they would eat.
They had the this and the that and the neck bones and the color. When are we changing these bad habits? Let's talk about what I just talked about. Are we putting life insurance in play?
Right. And we talk about going on trips and
trips and BBLs, and you're not judging,
we need to go
I
to
know
sleep.
people who went to sleep and died with aneurysms. You get no warning with that. You just, night honey, and you just don't wake up in the morning. Are we putting our, oh no, the new life insurance is, what it name? A GoFundMe. That's the technical way of passing the hat. Back in the day, that's what you did. You pass the hat around. So now we don't need that. Now with technology, the hat has now gone wireless. Wow. Am I lying?
That's good. I like that.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
I wish I didn't have the things I could talk about, but I know you're all hearing me.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Are we putting these in place, starting showing your children, your husbands? Death is assured. We learned that in business school because you are going to die. God cannot forbid death.
That's it.
Cannot. The question is when and how.
Yeah.
Are we putting these things in place? What were we talking about? Distractions. Everybody's distracted. But she and I are beyond who the president is. We don't care. Because either way, black people getting fucked no matter who.
Bam.
Listen. Don't even get me started.
And argue with us.
I still right.
Provide some evidence
but we are survivors. We've always been.
Yeah.
We've always been. So why everybody running around with chicken liver without their head? We know how to survive.
Yeah.
Put that survival and taking care of ourselves.
And each other.
Spread the word. Instead of all this drinking we are doing, and I'm not saying that shaming anybody because I don't drink. I have no problem with other people's drinking. But you're drinking. Do you drink water? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you wake up in the morning and the first liquid that touch your mouth is a Pepsi or a Coke or something, then something is wrong.
Something's wrong. Yep.
How do you go get blood work done? That has nothing to do with sex.
Exactly.
It has everybody take blood work or have a fight about AIDS. Really? In 2025, there's cures for AIDS now. There's pills to prevent it. We are beyond that. Do you go get checked up? There's certain cancers that shows up in our blood work. And then you'll hear doctors say, you know Candice, you know Shanene, you know Devon. If you had only come 6 months ago, a year ago, we could have saved you. Now it's too far ago. So this video is millennials, Gen X, even the Gen Zs, because now the Gen Zs are adults, because your son is a Gen Z.
Yep, and I was just thinking about that as you were speaking.
You notice a lot of young men doing track in school sports and they're just keeling over.
That's right.
And what is going on? Young people are getting stroke. Are we taking care of our mental health? Because you can't talk about the high blood pressure, the this, the prostate, and we're not talking about our mental health.
That's right. What are we putting in
our system? There we go. If you're wrong, that person, all of this is the purpose of this video today. And you are wrong, toxic people. The toxic people is the cancer. Not all cancer is detected through a blood work. If you are that person who everybody calls to tell the toxic truth, then
they're dropping it off on you.
Right? I wish a nigga would. That's just very touching me. I said, you talk on the phone too damn much. I'm not saying I have a problem with it. I don't talk on phones, right? You know that. We never talk on the phone.
No.
One time, that's when we first met.
First time.
My clients know we don't ever talk on phones because when they come, we talk like this anyway. Y'all just hearing it on the video. We talk like this all the time. I have had clients, years ago I met this young lady, true story. Excuse me. This is in Georgia, and Julie was doing her hair, right? And you know when Junie's washing, your neck is like this. So I'm passing the back room. We walk out of a hotel in Georgia. And I passed in the back, came out to the front, Junie's washing, and I noticed as her head is back, there's a lump in her throat sticking out. I pay very close attention to my clients. I'm glad I have a medical background, so I know what to look for. And I remember her name. I won't say her name, but it's pronounced a certain way, but spelled a certain way. It's a common name, but it's spelled differently. I don't want to say her name. And I say, Queen, what the heck is that in your neck? You remember Eddie Monsanto, Lurch, the thing that's what it looked like, but it was only on one side. She didn't know. I said, please, 24 at the time, please go get that checked out. I said swallow. This is long before I had Graves' disease. So I knew nothing about thyroid problems, none of that. I said, but I know the exam. I said swallow, and I want to see if it moving.
Yeah.
And as she swallowed, it moved. A year passed, and she hit me up. She's like, Yanni, don't think I forgot you. Which I hate when I don't see clients for a while. They think they need to mention here with me. Even if you were bald head, I will still care because you sat in my chair. You're a human being.
That's right.
I don't care if you had a mohawk.
That's right.
If you hitting me up to tell me how you are, don't talk about your hair. This is the least of who I am.
Right.
I want to know how you are going as a human being. Because we go through something. There's a child compared to me. She had, and I have it in my phone still to this day, a type of lymphoma that is the rarest of the rare. Now, your lymph nodes is under your neck, under your armpits, and your groin.
Right.
That's how you develop your lymphatic system. Your lymph nodes, your lymphatic system is your fighter. That's where your white blood cells go. That's why when we have a fever, we get hot, because your white blood cells just fighting to get you better, right?
Yeah.
Once that lymphatic system is gone, you're fucked. Every year, and this was years ago, this before COVID, every year I check on her. Right now, I do not know if that girl is alive or dead. She went through chemo and all of that. It came back. She should be about 27 now.
She was young.
Yeah. And the other day, because dead people cannot text. The other day I texted her, we kept in touch. I said, please don't mention here. When I check on you every 6-7 months, I'm really just checking on you.
Yeah.
Because I was there when I saw that thing pop up to your neck.
Right.
I saw it. And she told the doctor, she says, the lady who does my hair, who saw this thing, 24 years of stuff. Cute little girl.
Yeah.
I texted her months ago. I still haven't heard from her. I even emailed her. So right now I'm praying her number is just changed. I don't know if she's alive or dead. I've already lost another client with breast cancer 2 years ago. Jimmy and I went to Georgia 2 days early just to attend a funeral. You guys would have remember, who follow me on Facebook, remember when I went to the hospital to do her hair when she was having twins. And there's a picture of me and the girl and we're holding a balloon. She died from breast cancer.
Yeah.
Jimmy and I were the second people she found out the day before. Before she told her parents, other than her husband, we were the second people that knew she had breast cancer. I have stories to tell for days.
And it happens in the seat. That's really what's important about you doing hair. It's not the hair.
It's not the hair.
It's what happens in the seat.
Yeah, it's the camaraderie.
It's the camaraderie. And most people...
It's the bonding.
Hair, they know health.
Yeah.
Because you can read my scalp.
I tell you, you know that. I have clients who I have told, especially the ones who've been with me for a million years. I know every medical condition they have. I have clients who sat in my chair who are still here today, who have done videos on and they have HIV. Of course, I will never tell you who they are. You will never know. That's like I will know about the girl who have. Just tell the story.
Yeah.
And they are healthy. Because you have to tell me. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes medication change. I can say, hey, Bridge, what's going on? You know what? Doctor just started me on a new vitamin, you know, getting it intravenously. I say, okay, well, it's having an effect on the hair. Let's let it go through its course and then you'll be fine. I need to know.
Yeah.
I've had clients who have told, go get checked up. Something is wrong. And they have come back and say, you remember when you told me this? You know, I found out, and thank God, most of the times it's nothing serious.
Thank God.
So we are saying this to say,
thank God.
am I my brother's keeper? Right?
Yeah.
Check on each other.
Yes.
Life is not all. We are at that age where you know that we don't want to admit it, but we know we're getting older because here what? We don't jump off the bed like we used to when in the 80s. Hey, Rich, you'll be going to the club and you just jump off. Right? You headed to the club at 11 o'clock at night. And now at 9 o'clock I better be in my damn bed. Listen, past 6 o'clock, I better in my bed, you know.
I woke up this morning, I was like, why am I so sore?
Everything.
I danced for about 15 minutes and I was sore this
Listen,
morning.
you know you're getting old when you drop something on the floor and you don't just bend down and pick it up. You need to stay there and look at it and be like, do I really need those car keys? I think I could walk from here to New York to that meeting. I don't need to bend. Like, you know.
That's so true.
Like, for instance, I could eat all the healthy food in the world. I grew up eating healthy. My medical condition has nothing to do with diet. It has to do with genetic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I despise, oh my God, working out. If anybody asks me what the devil look like, the devil is a gym. I hate to exercise, but I have started working out.
Yeah.
Because I realize as we get older, we are more prone for breaking stuff.
That's right.
And if you don't do any type of muscle,
like
weightlifting, strength training, when you see my lower back, I've never had back pains. My lower back is hurting. I started doing strength training and I've noticed a difference.
Yeah.
So this is the purpose of this video.
Well, I mean, my husband is 11 years older than me. And
right.
In the 6 years we've been together, you know how many funerals I've been to?
We are that age where we start going to funerals.
And so if you don't
and
know.
it's young people.
Yes.
Because we are still young.
Yes.
How we look now is not how our parents or grandparents look at the age we're at now.
Right.
You know how you know that? When you look at Stanford and Son, Red Fox was in his 40s.
No.
Yeah, he was. He was in his 40s when he did that show.
That's crazy.
A lot of them, they looked old, but they were young, right? So we look better for our age. We are at a time where we have more medical options, right? We can take care of ourselves.
Yes.
But I know people who are walking around. There is no doctor visits. There is no yearly exam. There is no follow-up. There is no blood work.
Yeah.
I have clients who do not take vitamins at all.
Wow.
You can eat all the proper food in the world. You will not get the amount of vitamin you need. I am telling it to you right now. And as we get older, we need it.
Yeah.
Black people, a vitamin we do not take. Vitamin D.
I was just about to say vitamin D.
I take vitamin D3, K2, and you know that.
Yeah.
K2, when my clients come, I don't just tell them go buy vitamin D. I tell them the type to get.
Yeah. That's right.
Don't buy that cheap shit in the thing, bounty console, nature bounty, or whatever the hell they call it. Don't buy that cheap shit. You're gonna get what you pay for.
Yeah, that's right.
B vitamins.
Yep.
Magnesium, the molecule builder. Are we doing that? Or when we body run down, let me drink a Red Bull. Let me take a energy drink.
Yeah.
Just dump in caffeine. So your heart in fight or flight mode all the time. Then when you keel over with a stroke or heart attack, you wonder why. Yeah. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm not saying if you drink a cup of coffee. Yeah. I don't drink coffee. It's not going to happen like that. But you're not drinking water to flush all that stuff.
That's the point.
Your liver and your kidney are the absorbers in your body. They filter, or you want to call them filters. And you're not taking care of it. You're drinking all this alcohol. Yeah. You're not giving your body a break to bounce back.
That's right.
Like you say, it's the tricks, more alcohol. The fact people still eating a lot of fried food is amazing to me. Yeah. Why is black people still going to places like what do you call it, Popeyes and stuff? Yeah. How are these people still? We know better now. We don't even have to go to a library to get a book. No, it's right in your phone. Right in your phone. Just Google it. Yeah. What happens if I eat too much greasy food?
And it'll pop right up.
More than ever, more people are on dialysis machine now more than ever because their kidneys are failing. So this is the purpose of this video today. Millennials and Gen X. And baby boomers, because those will be the older people.
Those are the oldest.
Right. They're ready to go meet the maker. Let's be real. No, they are. They're the oldest. But right now, the ones that are still functioning, we are the next old people in line. We are the future senior citizens. Do you want to live to be an old person healthy? Yeah. Like my mother? All the sugar we eating? There are different types of diabetes, diabetes 3. What is that? Alzheimer's, diabetic of the brain.
And we don't know about Alzheimer's, but my mom died of early Alzheimer's.
See?
And some of the studies say soda.
So sugar the brain.
Not enough sleep. So the things that you're talking about, it can help.
And we're not paying what you just said there, your mother. Are we paying attention to our bloodline? Yeah. Our generation came from that generation who didn't talk. Everything was a friggin' secret.
Yep, that's right.
So we are now learning about, oh my God, and I can attest to that. We're now finding out that cancer is in our family. That's why when you go to the doctor asks you, what is your family history? That is why. So the doctor could say, okay, you need to, even though you're 28, you need to get screened for colon cancer because you just told me your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, that is why you want to tell them. Yeah. Are we paying attention of what is in our family? Even mental illness is genetic.
Absolutely.
Even mental illness. I have a client years ago whose daughter committed suicide, found out that is something the family has. The daughter's brother committed suicide. You understand? We got to pay attention so we could be aware of preventative measures. Yeah. Am I lying?
No, you're
so we could just
correct.
prevent it. No, okay, listen. This is in your, when I got Graves' disease, I found out my mother carries a bloodline because she got diagnosed with myasthenia gravis when I was 12 years old. I'm 40. I just turned 40 in February. I'm now 48. And when I got Graves' disease, I told everybody in my family, here, now that we know what autoimmune diseases mean, we need to be careful. Mm-hmm. It's not that Graves' disease is genetic, it's the autoimmune, and there's like over 20 something. So you could get MS, lupus, my little sister had lupus, we were both diagnosed the same week. She was all the way in Trinidad, I was in Georgia when I got diagnosed. Mm. She is on dialysis because she has something called lupus nephritis. It affected her kidney. Wow. Are we paying attention to what is in our family? Yeah. Black people, especially Christian black people, now are going to step on some toes. Because my mother was like that. I love her, but she's like that. Yeah, you have some girl, shut your blasted mountain with Trinidadian accent. She's just going to rebuke that. I claim in a healing. Yeah, but God also said, it's in the Bible, I gave you common sense. Yeah. God created science. If you want to believe in that, then believe in this part. Yeah. I can repeat that. That's what saying. God say I don't have nothing next to your people about cervical cancer. You check that shit.
Dying in the bed, talking about they rebuking stuff. That's not enough.
That is not enough. No, you could pray that God keeps you. I believe God and my ancestors is why I had Graves' disease and I survived it. Because, and it could kill you if it go undetected. I was 2 days away from going into cardiac arrest, and I have a strong heart. Wow. I was 2 to 3 days. The doctor told me that in Georgia, Piedmont. Say, who bought you? I said, my husband. That was during COVID. He said, if he had bought you 2 or 3 days later, you was going to the morgue, you were about to go into cardiac arrest. Wow. The minute I knew something was wrong, when my hand started shaking, first I was Googling everything. I do not play with this body because I only have one of it. Right. I can't, like in the movies where there's another one of me and I can, sci-fi movies, right? Like cloning, I can't do that. I can't unzip this body and go step into a new one. That's why when people say, oh, you only live once, you just fucking said it, you only live once. Right? You only live once.
What's that song? We only live, you better live until you die.
Yeah, I know the song. I have it. Yeah. Live like you were dying. Right. Live like you were dying. I have that song. Yes. It's a country song. Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name, but I have that song. Right? So Black people, my fan base, if you want to call it that, or my following is predominantly Black. The demographic is of a certain age group, predominantly women. But for the brothers too, that's one thing I love with Julie. A lot of you are married to men who are like, I'm not going to no doctor. Let me tell, if you had to drag that nigga, that's one thing I love with Jimmy. Yeah. Once a year, he get bent over, get his Freddy got fingered. That's what's. Of course, it's annoying to any mostly straight men. Of course. Right, of course. So you don't think when we go to the gynecologist and they put that blood beak up inside of me?
I feel like they be doing this.
Listen, and then they have a script. Y'all don't live until they take out do a cervical thing. You ever had that one done?
Yes, I have.
It's something like, it's a piece of wood and a scissors like this long.
I hate it.
And they have to go with you. They have to cut out a piece of your cervix. I almost fart on the bed and shit and puke at the same fucking time when I do that. When I had fibroids. I was like, you can't put me to sleep? No painkillers. So we as women, believe me, mammary, and you have small boobs. Mammogram, oh my God, and then twist your breast. You had to sit still and they're like, please sit still, please sit still, please stand still. And then if you have small boobs, they twist your breast like it's a Rubik's Cube. And then when they take out your poor little boobs like a little, when they blow balloons on you, that's all, and that's full of poops.
What it looks like. Right. You looking at it, you like, ooh.
Yeah, to catch, you know what?
But can you say something about them fibroids again? Because
that's
I
another
had
one.
those too at Black women.
We are more prone for fibroids. Again,
Yeah.
it has to do with how we are. There's certain things from cradle to the grave. There's certain trauma that I believe fibroids is innate. It's scientific, but I personally believe it's also innate. There's traumas that was passed down from generation.
Wow.
That's why most women, I'm black, so I speak for us. The minute we feel something wrong, we grab our stomach. It's nothing we ate. We feel that we're called that gripe. You hear women say, I knew something was wrong with my child. Even if you do a churn, it's in the guts. So this whole area here is prone for fibroids, cervical cancer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, our clients with PCOS, you name it. Are we getting checked out? You find that your period, I always had a regular period. Did you go and find out why? Endometriosis. I can understand why I was getting sciatic. I went and checked that out. My sciatic nerve is resting on my endometrial muscle.
Wow.
So and I'm now going through menopause.
Wow.
Oh God, let me not even talk about that. Are you going through it?
Yes.
You just want to rip your whole vagina out and kick it in a corner. You didn't want that vagina no more.
Well, and the serious discussion I had to have with my husband, like, it's hot. Listen, if we
not only that, the odor.
Yes, I was like,
the odor.
Yes.
You can scrub on there. So sometimes you have something like a brown discharge. I am speaking frankly right now.
Yeah.
We have that brown discharge.
Smell changes.
Yes, so you have to be aware of that. For like days, you have this thing coming out looking like Coke or Pepsi, that color. And that is from all the blood that you had piled up for all those years, and now your body just letting it out.
Draining it, yeah.
So if you're married, you have to tell your husband, be gone from me, Satan. Be gone from me, Satan.
Yeah.
We have to have these discussions. How we talk now, that's why you see older women say, I'm going through the change. The change what? Say you're going through menopause. Say it so we can educate. We always embarrassed to say certain things.
Yeah, I'm with
I remember one time I went to this, right when I was Christian, I went to this church meeting. It was the only women. The one time I went in the afternoon, because remember I told you I don't like a lot of activities.
Yeah.
And they told us how to examine ourselves for breast cancer. And one of the deacon's wife, who she's a deaconess, she said, I could never do that. And we like, why? I can't touch myself.
Oh, come on.
I want to say, so the heck you washing your pussy? You know how to touch that? I'm sorry, guys. You know how to touch that? That's the type of ignorance some people are. She thought doing a breast exam was sinful.
That's crazy.
Right?
But some people just got mental health issues.
They say things like and I was like, but she's a church treasurer.
To your point, though, you were talking about mental health issues. We don't know
that is what's happened to her in the past.
Because that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm like, you're not asking somebody to touch, but I told you, I have people, I know women who has never been to a gynecologist.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They have, grown women, not even children, 30s, 40s,
that's
they have
crazy.
never done that. So you walking around with a vagina, God knows what living inside of there. And we're talking about STD, like you said, the screenings.
Yeah.
A doctor never went up there and did that culture, did that exam, and come back and say, okay, we're going to run the test, I'll come back to you.
Yeah. I just had mine, so I'm with you. Like about a month ago.
We have to.
I'm with you.
Especially something that's in your family. Yes. They will tell you don't do it once a year, do it every 6 months.
Yeah.
My ex-husband, his mother died from colon cancer, so he's in his family. He gets a colon test. He's been getting colonoscopies since he was in his 20s. Because he's prone for it.
Yeah.
I had a client say just a thought of her sleeping and they're going up with a camera. It's just so evasive and she can't do it. Let me tell you something. They could put a drill up in my ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You knocked me out. I've been under so much procedures. I know anesthesiologists intimately.
Yeah.
And I'm like, go up in there, see what you need to see.
Yeah.
And and let me know if I'm alive.
That's right. Can you fix it?
You can fix it. That's about 7. Have you done your colonoscopy yet?
Yeah.
Right. And your
Absolutely.
husband?
Absolutely.
Good. They took 7 polyps out of me.
Wow.
They found the submucosal polyp. While she talking, I done Googling that. It's like a keloid, which is crazy because I have keloid.
But that also makes sense.
It's at the bottom, so she marks it. I actually have a tattoo on my colon. Just to make sure, she said, most of the time it's benign. I look all of that up. So every 2 years, just to make sure it stays benign,
Right.
go up in my butthole.
Yep.
Go check some shit out. I call it a butt blast. Go do all of that. I'm sorry, guys. So, today, I know people watching this video and be like, oh my God, Yanni and she crazy clients on a tangent. They talk about things that was TMI. Fuck TMI.
No, that's
but that is why we are dying. Thank you.
That's why we're done.
Oh my God, that is TMI. Stop it.
Stop it.
You're a woman, you're a man, you have a penis, you have a vagina.
Yeah, stop.
I don't care about the other pronouns because either way, your organs are still going to determine what you are. Your reproductive organs is either or, unless you're intersex, right?
Yeah.
It does not matter.
Right.
I don't care what you are. Go get checked out.
Yes.
You reach at that age. Go get checked out. Your body is talking to you.
It is.
A lot of you come where a lot of times I sat in my chair. Why is your hair thinning like that? Mm-hmm. Have you gone to and they will come back and say, oh my God, Yanni, I have so and so. It had nothing to do with their hair, but because of the deficiencies, it affected their hair.
Calcium,
exactly. Vitamin D, B, low B vitamins. So please. I'm leaving the thing open. I know this was a little lengthy, but everything we said, I'm so glad I got the best client, and I didn't get a shy client. I like people to do videos where they could mirror me, we both loud and ridiculous. I guess I wish I didn't do it with my mask off, but I know you guys could hear me.
Yeah.
I love having a client who could mirror me in personality, and she's a lot like me. Yeah. Right? Hopefully we'll do a video with her soon. You all will not believe what she is. This is a doctor. Yes. And she wants to go. What does she want to do? Say it really quick.
Yeah, right now I'm doing a couple of things. I'm tutoring students overseas mostly. And then number 2, I've been doing this whole marriage project.
Right.
Yeah, online. And you guys can follow me if you want to. I'll tell Yanni how to follow me. But
say it now. What is it?
So if you want to follow me on IG, it's Dr. Coop 2023.
Right.
And
Coop, as in spell Coop?
Yeah, Coop is COOP. So it's Dr. COOP.
Because I would have added E onto that.
Yes. And then if you want to follow me on Facebook, which I don't know if people still do that, but that's Bridget Harris Cooper.
Right.
And every day or every other day, I'm putting stories up, and I just do shorts about marriage because I like to explore marriage, and I have a lot of people who I'm getting a following. Yeah. And I talked to some people yesterday, and they were like, "You're just so real." So the stuff that y'all
that's an Aquarius in us. Aquarius, you're just real.
They say you're so transparent.
Yeah, it's like I didn't even ask you that you'll be able to know that shit.
And I'm a newlywed, second marriage, and I do more exploring.
I told her that happened. When I met her, she was single. I believe in speaking things and things. So she was single. Like, y'all know what? I said, the next time you come, you're going to have your king. That's what she married. I spoke it. I said, we're not speaking like that.
Yes.
You're a black woman. Men need women. Women need men. You're going to have your man.
And I did.
And that's how we met.
And she knows him. And they've worked on some things
together. And he works with a lot of senators and a lot of political stuff. He's always doing something political.
Yes. He's out there. We out there.
Yeah, she's out here.
We've been married a year and a half, so don't let that fool you though. I'm coming from a divorce of 18 years. So I've been married, I've been in a marriage, and I talk about it more so. I ask questions, I talk about us, I interview my husband. That's going to go up actually today. Later today. I interview him, I ask him questions, and he'll ask me like, what do you want me to say? I'm like, whatever's true for you.
Yeah, they come from the heart. They don't need to be scripted.
No, we don't do scripts. So if y'all are interested in some of the stuff that I'm talking about, please come on on over to my pages, and I'm writing a book now about marriages. And then the next thing I'm gonna be doing is hopefully having a podcast.
Nice.
So I'm working on it.
And another thing which she didn't mention, she's also gonna help kids who wants to get in what type of schools?
Into independent schools, private schools.
Yes, she knows all the doors, the corners, the avenues. She especially kids period, but I know she'll be working with her community mostly.
Yes.
A lot of parents do not know where to start to get their kids into like charter schools and stuff, from the youngest to the oldest.
Yep, and one of my clients just got into 2 boarding. They found out today.
Yeah, because she was a doctor.
Texting me.
She was a professor at a boarding school.
Yes,
That's what I ever heard. Who worked at a boarding school? Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, that's real. I thought I was only in the movies. I'm like, there's something called a boarding school. Yes. And you did that for years.
I did that for 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years. Yeah.
So if you want more of us talking, I would love us to do something where I'm not standing doing it here. We could really have, because she really mirrors me with personality. Let us know if you want to see more videos of her. Let us know. You know, we need to see powerful black women like this. And somebody of yours sits in my chair. There's just one of oh my God, I could throw a stone and hit one of yours. Right? I have a lot of doctors. Because what I do, love attraction. What you put out in the universe is what you get back. Right. None of my clients are Shanae, Tyrone, being fighting in here. None of that. It's that bond. We bond. We love each other. Right? So leave your comments if you want to see more of Dr. Coop. Yeah, she's a real PhD.
Yeah.
A real one. Right? If you want to see more of Dr. Coop, leave your comments. Let us know how you're taking care of yourself. If you have questions with health stuff, we can answer it and say, go check this out, go look at this doctor, whatever it is. Okay? Today's video is about millennials and Gen X. And we really dealt with it holistically. Yeah. Because even you're talking about marriage, that was also holistic.
That's right.
Because everything could be healthy, but your marriage could be unhealthy.
That's right.
And somebody could look at it like, you're newly married, but you were married for a very long time before.
That's right.
So if anybody know the ins and outs, the good and the bad, it will be somebody.
And the marriage is about the beginning anyway.
It had to start
it's about the foundation anyway.
Even if it's day one.
That's right.
Even if you got married yesterday. It has to start somewhere. Everything has a beginning.
That's right.
Right? Then you go into the middle, right? And they will live for a very long time. Right?
Yes.
So leave your comments. I hope you guys enjoy this video. More will be coming. Remember, we are working until April the 14th. We are back from bronchitis. Thank God. Alright? And if you're married to somebody and they catch a cold, not a flu, a cold, the cold is still contagious. Alright? I'm still embarrassed. Cover your damn mouth. That was to me, you know. That's how I give it to Julie. Cover your mouth. Don't be spitting all over your husband. And then that's to me. And I know everybody wants to see what the back hair here. She has beautiful hair. Very fine, but we've been doing this when her hair was right past her ears. Yeah. So she was like, Yanni, what ain't dry? Like, hey, shut the fuck up. That's how I love my clients. I could be me and they never offended. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you took. Yes, you're damn skippy, I told you that. Yes, you're damn skippy. Alright, guys, so leave your comments and I will post more videos. This was a good video, yeah. And your skin is glowing. I hate you so much. You look like you have on makeup?
Nothing.
Wow. Your skin look like you have on a matte foundation.
Really?
I'm dead serious.
It stays that way.
No. And nobody will guess your age. Your teeth like perfect. I had to take mine out. That's perfect. Alright, guys, tune in for more videos.